Well, hello. I am at Pawtuckaway State Park here for a 3-night camping trip. I'm on vacation week this week, so I'm taking this opportunity to test out some new gear that I have before taking it on a bigger backpacking trip. So I'll show you some of the new pieces of gear that I have and also this amazing campsite. I am right on the water here, and I have water like almost kind of 180 degrees around the site. It does have a fire pit and a nice big picnic table and a tent platform. So that's one of the things that I wanted to show was my new tent. This is the Tarptent Double Rainbow. It is a semi freestanding tent, and it is a newer model of this tent where the tarp actually comes off, so you can have just a full mesh if wasn't going to rain, you wanted to look at the stars. So I liked that about it. I also really like the fact that it's very versatile. So you can see I have it on the tent pad right now. I do not have it staked into the ground. That's because it has these kind of special little pockets where you can insert a trekking pole. So the trekking pole is kind of acting as my tent poles, which I love. If you've watched some of my other videos, you probably know how much I really like gear that has multi-purpose. So I'm carrying trekking poles anyway, so the fact that they can be also tent poles, they can also be selfie sticks, is really great for me. So it saves you the weight of having to carry tent poles, although there is one central pole which kind of gives it kind of a higher ceiling, and there's a smaller carbon fiber pole that kind of makes it wider. So I'll show you the inside of it. So pretty standard sort of vestibule type situation where it opens up. You can kind of keep some gear under there to keep it dry. And then it's actually got 2 doors. So because this is the double rainbow, it is a 2-person tent. So each person has their own little door. The only annoying thing, I guess, is that this one, like, it opens this way, so, and that one opens the opposite way. So it's sort of like, I think, meant for if you're sleeping head to toe, maybe. But I didn't really have a problem with it last night because I was the one, I had my head here and this was my door. There is plenty of room in here. I fit 2 pads in here side by side. This is the Thermarest Therm pad. It's like a 6.8 R value or something. It's probably overkill for this trip because it only really got down to 45 degrees. But I was also trying this out for the first time, and I have to say it's very comfortable and super warm. I did bring these. I didn't really need them because it was so warm. Trying out this 2-person sleeping quilt from Enlightened Equipment. It's actually a 20-degree quilt. And I was thinking, oh, it'll be fine for going down to 40 degrees comfortably. Last night it was 45. It was plenty warm. It was probably more than we needed. But yeah, I'm really happy with this quilt. I wasn't sure because I'm going to be sleeping alone in it tonight. So I'm going to try it as a single person tonight and see how that goes. And as kind of a little extra added bit of warmth because I don't have an extra body in there, I did bring this quilt liner. It's a fleece quilt liner from Lightheart Gear. And I did get this on their website. It was really reasonably priced, considering it's this really nice like microgrid fleece. So I'm gonna try that out and I'll let you know how I like that. The other thing I like about this tent, so this thing I had to buy separate. It's kind of like a special shelf that fits in here. And you can keep your headlamp up here, or I have actually like a light bulb that's battery powered, or whatever else you need kind of like at hand. And that's really convenient. There's also a pocket. Each person has a little pocket on each side. This one's a little inconvenient for me, but this one was more kind of reachable for your sleeping partner. There's also venting options. You can open these up. There's a vent up here. We did notice a little water down at the foot, and I think it was because we don't have this side of the tarp staked out, and it did rain last night, and I think that the inside of the tarp got wet and the water kind of trickled in over there. So not a fault of the tent, just how we had to pitch it. Yeah, pretty happy with this tent so far, and I don't remember the weight offhand, but it's like pretty typical ultra lightweight two-person tent, especially the fact that it is a semi-freestanding tent. So overall, definitely very happy with this tent so far. I just love the versatility of it, and that's my thing. I like gear that's very versatile. So you see it has the pole on this side too. Downside for me is, so say I had this pitched for a few days like I do now, I can't take my trekking pole with me hiking without taking the tent down. Not a big deal if you're just through hiking or just camping one night at a time, but multi-day trips, something to keep in mind. You can also stake it into the ground though. So if this wasn't on a tent platform, or if you had some heavy rocks, you could put the stakes down and then you wouldn't need the poles. So that's what I like about it, is you can go either way with it. Another thing I am trying out is the DJI wireless microphones. It comes with 2 of these microphones you can pin to your shirt, or they actually have really powerful magnets, so you can like basically put it on your shirt wherever. So sort of like what I have here, I just have it like on my shirt, and there's a magnet on the inside, and it just kind of holds it on. I can't show you the other piece of it because it's currently attached to my GoPro, but there's sort of like a receiver that kind of plugs into your media mod on your GoPro, and then the actual microphones have a really far range. So if you're like hiking with somebody or they're like really far away, you can still hear both people, which is a problem I ran into in some of my videos where I was hiking with Brian and you could only hear me. Now we won't have that issue anymore. So I actually recorded some footage earlier when Brian was here, so you can kind of see how that sort of works.
It works.
How did the breakfast come out?
Good. Good.
Got some spicy sausage in there and potatoes, red peppers, egg.
I couldn't have grown that way. So confused.
Yeah, somebody had to have stuck that up there. That would not grow there. Mushrooms don't grow in trees.
Yep.
Dial tone? Wow.
Damn. I used to check every payphone when I was a kid and see if I could get some change. It works a lot of the time. That and vending machines, I always hit the coin return.
How's the view from up there?
It's viewy.
Is it worth it?
If you like the simple satisfaction of getting to the top of a rock, then yes.
I think I'll not do that.
I thought it was a goner.
Oh, Oh yeah, beaver dam fail.
Or win if you're a beaver.
I don't know about this. This might be where we turn around. You'll probably be fine in your boots, but my feet are definitely getting wet.
Yeah.
Damn. So I think I may have forgotten to turn my mic on during this clip, but this is footage from day 2. And I'm talking about how cold it got at night. I think it was in the low 40s that night, and I stayed pretty warm. I used that fleece liner, and that made all the difference. Wow, was it warm in there. Then, of course, I had the quilt over me. Um, so, yeah, definitely happy with the quilt liner. I am probably also talking about my plans for the day, which include a hike. I am working on hiking all of the trails in Pawtuckaway State Park, and I, at this point, am about 68% of the way done. And so I'm just going to hike a few trails that are not too far away from my campsite. And I really don't know what else I'm talking about here. I guess I will never know, but at least you can see what I end up doing afterward. And old fire pits. So this is just where they like store their garbage, I think. I know, I feel like I wasn't supposed to see this. All right, we're moving on. All right, next stop is the Fundy Trail again, but this time when the trail splits to the right, which is the way that me and Brian went, I am going to split off to the left and head the other way because we got stuck yesterday in a place where like trail was very flooded. So last time we went that way, now we're gonna take I'm gonna take the Orinoco Trail. Really enjoying the trail so far. It's been pretty nice and gradual, and I have the trail to myself, so that's always a nice thing. This has also been a good reminder to me to keep up with my ankle exercises because I did roll my ankle once already, and of course I don't have my trekking poles on me, so I ended up picking up this walking stick. So I'm using that as a just in case I fall kind of thing. I can catch myself. This is a very good kind of shakedown for bigger hikes coming up, so I know what to prepare for and things to bring and things like that. I was talking to Brian about how April just kind of came and went. Like, one moment it was March and winter time, and all of a sudden now it's spring, all the snow is gone, and it's warm. So, yeah, really did not get in very much winter backpacking, and technically it wasn't really winter when I went backpacking, but it was still winterish up north. And I'm curious because I haven't been up there since, so I don't know if there's still a lot of snow up there or not. But I'm hoping to get some trips done up there in May and June. Something got hungry. Well, it finally happened. I had a fall. I fell coming off of this wood bridge thing, and my left ankle actually gave out, and it kind of hurts a little bit. I know I can still walk on it, but so much for the walking stick saving me. Of course, I did not bring any of my rain gear because today wasn't supposed to rain. It's all back of the car, which is, gosh, I don't even know, a couple miles down the road. And just like that, the sun is out and the rain has stopped. So, go figure. That was the end of my 3-night trip. This was really great. Tried out a lot of good gear with promising results, so looking forward to using that in the future. Look out for an upcoming backpacking trip I will be doing, and lots more to come. Thank you for watching. Happy trails.